Well, I wanted to start cyclocross, but then we are not going to hear you and talk for 10 minutes. So we can start with the team kits that we've been talking about for the last 2 episodes. We've got some new ones coming out as well. Visma Lease obviously had their big presentation as well. Do you want to start with Visma?
That feels like the right place to start. So Visma Lease releasing their kit. We kind of discussed them last week because we saw the bottles and the socks were leaked. And the full kit has now been announced. It is a yellow number, more yellow than they have ever been before, but there's no black stripe through the center. The Visma logo is now higher than it was before, and they have this sort of hexagon feature throughout, well, the hexagon effect throughout the bottom half of the jersey. Despite the fact Visma's colors are not yellow, they've gone with that. And we also heard rumors during the week, according to our Dutch language sources, that the team were going to rebrand and have this tagline of the yellow bees. That was going to be their team name, a bit like the Wolfpack for Soudal Quickstep. We don't know if that's going to happen, but the whole beehive aesthetic on the jersey and the yellow color scheme definitely looks like they're keeping this, and they've noticed the team identity. We can already see as well in their press stuff for the next year is that Jonas Vingegaard, his yellow jersey journey and the yellow jersey in itself, very on the nose, for the Visma Lease bike seem to go hand in hand.
It just makes me think about what the Tour de France kit will look like, because this is the big thing which comes around every year. It's what we don't know what their kit looks like, but they always have to grapple with that with the Giro. And it's a good way, because they can it's a little PR stunt they can do before every Tour de France. It's oh, look at this new kit that we've got. I think the kit's alright. It's, like a lot of the kits that we've been looking at, they're all very non-offensive. It's very yellow. It's just, there's nothing particularly crazy going on, nothing that's going to be rocking the boat. It's just another mid kit. I did see comments in the comment section last week saying that the Bora kit is better than we were judging. Some people were putting it up to at least a 7. I think we said it was a 6.5 if you and I did. So I can see where people are coming from, because based upon the other ones that have been released, Bora's elevating itself, because the quality this year doesn't seem particularly great.
I don't think it's the quality is low. I think the quality is just so concentrated in that middle section where they're all fine. There just aren't any standouts. I don't think there are any really terrible jerseys. I think they're all just perfectly fine and inoffensive. This is another one. I think it's a bit of a downgrade from the previous kits they've had. I think the old the black stripe they had to the center gave the kit more structure and gave it more purpose. But now without that, it feels a little bit formless. I'm intrigued to see where they're going to go with the Tour de France kits. We saw in 2021, they had the special one with you could get your name printed on the jersey, and people did that, and the jersey was made up of supporters of Jumbo-Visma's names. 2022, we had the wonderful AI-generated art piece one, which was a blend of all these different Dutch painters from the past. That was a fantastic kit. 2023, we had the Efteling collaboration. I didn't like that personally, but it was something a little bit different, and the Efteling aspect really added to it. So I think the Tour de France kit was almost more intriguing than this bland mid kit that they've released with this big launch that we had this week, which also closed the case on Cian Uijtdebroeks, as he was in attendance at the team launch, silencing all rumors, and the case seems to be officially closed as of the team launch this week, as Cian Uijtdebroeks officially moves to Visma Lease bike and severs his contract with bora-hansgrohe.
Right, to sabotage our kit review here with Uijtdebroeks, just shoving Uijtdebroeks into the kit review.
Yeah, but I mean, not gonna lie, a lot of the chit chat from that team launch was all about Uijtdebroeks, because he was at the event, and people were oh well, that now means it's done, because he was wearing the jersey and so forth and got the microphone. So yeah, Cian Uijtdebroeks still getting his name out here for the 3rd week in a row.
What other kit's been released? Wasn't there, what they call, is it Multi-Cometa?
Multi-Cometa has not come out yet, but
Mariani. Oh yeah, Movistar.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was
keeping it well taught.
Well, true. Not even at this. It's true.
Movistar released their kit. It's a slight variation on their one from last year. I think it's fine. They've got a couple new sponsors on it. I quite like the effect they have with the jersey. It's just awfully similar to Astana. It's going to be quite hard to pick out in the bunch, I feel.
I would actually dare to say that this, for me, breaches a 7 out of 10 for me. I think that it is just a little bit better than some of the other ones that we've been seeing. So, yeah, when I saw it on Instagram, I was actually, to be fair about this stuff, that's not bad. So, yeah, I'm all right with that. I prefer it to Jumbos, Visma
Yeah.
Lease bikes. I'm still not used to that name.
And I think anyone there is going to be used to that. No, really like the Movistar kit. Have they changed kit providers as well? They're riding with Gobic. Gobic seems to have taken a lot of the kit market away from other kit providers.
I also think Gobic is based in Spain. They've really emerged with like out of COVID, and I actually really commend Gobic. I said this the other week. I think they've done really good jobs with a lot of their kit designs over the past couple years. I will actually agree. I think this is the best World Tour kit we've had so far. The bar is low, but somebody has to lead the pack.
I can already see the tier list that we're going to do later on. That middle section is going to be stacked. But yeah, we also had other kits. Now going into non-World Tour kits. Bardiani CSF or whatever they're called now. VF Group.
Yeah, they're not called the VF Group. Bardiani CSF Faisane rolls off the tongue. What were they called last year? They were called Green Project. Yes, they've released their new kit. I actually quite like this. I think I just like the shade, like sort of like. How would you describe that? Aquamarine.
I mean, we have to for our podcast listeners, and
Yeah,
I commend you two for this. I commend you two for the descriptions because, yeah, I'm terrible with that.
Says that it's green, I'm gonna flip because it's
No, I think it's aquamarine.
It's a cyan teal kind of color palette for those listening on the podcast. Just imagine something like that. It doesn't really have any patterns going on, isn't it? It's just like a one color sort of thing. But I quite like that. I like it.
It has a lot of sponsors on it. I wonder how much it would cost to get your name on there. Maybe we can get the Echelon Cycling Podcast on for 2025.
It is verging into drone hopper kind of territory. That was a notoriously just like advertised kit, wasn't it?
Yeah, these Italian pro continental teams need every coin they can get. I commend them for that.
Even the color of the jersey, there's a name.
I think I got confused because this does look kind of like the Aorula Cometa kit from this year. Like it's relatively similar in my eyes. Although to be fair, I haven't looked at it today, but that's what I remember it looking like. So,
okay, I disagree. But should we hop over to Isn't Real Premier Tech? They released their kits. I actually have really liked Israel Premier Tech's kits for the past couple of years. I think they've been really nice. This one is very tasteful. Quite bland, but very tasteful.
Yeah, I quite like this. I'm a big fan of Israel's kits as well. How do you describe this, Ian?
This is a sort of calypso of different shades of blue. You have one sleeve that is white and the other sleeve on the left-hand side of the riders that features 3 different shades of blue going from lighter to dark. And most of this jersey is in a sort of navy blue with one square being a lighter sort of turquoisey color that has a fade into a sort of Oxford blue, if you know what I mean by that. There's also a sort of a band effect that goes through the jersey and right through the sponsors' logos through the chest. Yeah, I think it's very nice.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like a standout, you know?
I do think that it's better than, like, I don't know why I'm setting Visma Lease bikes as like the standard, but that's just kind of what I'm comparing it to this episode. I think it's better than Visma Lease bikes. I mean, I like Vismas for the sake of the fact that it's just like an easy colour to spot out in comparison to a lot of the rest of the peloton, whereas this is just kind of like blues and whites, which are prevalent quite a lot of the place, but I think from a design standpoint, I prefer this.
I think as well, the design is more daring. It's asymmetric. It's a little bit different, where it feels like Visma Lease bike, it's symmetrical, doesn't really break any sort of conventions, quite bland. Israel Premier Tech, they've dared to do something a little bit different, and it's paid off, much as it has over the past few seasons.
Totally agree. Yeah, it's my favorite kit so far of this year. Maybe second Bora, or the Stano one. We had that weird thing at the bottom of the jersey.